The Magic Tree as Merlin Mission Book 20, a perfect time for pandas. And today we're gonna start reading at chapter 6, The Dragon Wakes, and the end of reading at chapter 7. And now, please thumbs my YouTube before you look at my YouTube. Now, are you ready to read this one book with a lot of stories? Now here we go. And first we can read is The Magic Tree as Merlin Mission Book 20, a perfect time for pandas. And started at chapter 6, The Dragon Wakes. Jack put on his brakes and jumped up his bike, and he did the same. A huge boulder crashed down to the mountain slope beside them. The boulder slammed onto the road right at the front of them. They looked around wildly. Rocks were sliding and tumbling. Trees were wiping back and forth and then breaking apart. Branches, rocks, dirt cascaded down the slope. And as Jack kept trying to figure out what to do, another boulder tumbled down and then the other. Jack pulled Annie off the road, and they scrambled into the rocky crevice, huddled down. The clods of the dirt hit their bike helmets. The ground finally stopped shaking and rumbling. For a moment, neither Jack and Annie said anything, and Jack unearthed one word, earthquake. I know, said Jack earnestly, like that earthquake we live in San Francisco. Except their buildings crumble around us, said Jack. Here, it's mountains. And Jack stopped. Oh, I think it stopped, said Annie. Let's look. And Annie started to stand up, but Jack pulled her back down. Wait! The ground had started to shaking again. Aftershock, he said. Watch out! More stuff might fall. So, no sooner had Jack and Annie had another enormous boulder crashed to the ground, and when the other one tumbled down, the earth had stopped tumbling again, and the air was so thick at the dust. And I agreed that Jack's eyes burned. I wonder if the pandas are all right, said Annie. Oh man, said Jack. Bing, bing. The pictured giant panda in her yard trapped under the rock or tree. We've got to go back, said Annie. I know, said Jack. They both scrambled out the road. Where are our bikes? Said Jack and Annie looked around. At the dust scattered, and they saw massive domain jumping down the highway, falling rocks, mud, trees, and blocked both the way to the woolen town and way back to the panda center. A boulder the size of a car had rushed into their bikes. Jack and Annie took off their helmets and dropped them to the ground. We can't go back to the panda center now, said Annie. We can't go to the town. We can't go anywhere. No kidding, said Jack. You have to King Kong. Get over to the stop. King Kong? Annie replied. She looked at Jack and grinned. What? King Kong, no problem, she said. We can do it. Do what? Said Jack. Turn into King Kongs, said Annie. Well, not quite as big as King Kong, maybe. We could be 5 times bigger than we are now. Ow, said Jack. He'd forgotten all about the magic potion. It's perfect, said Annie. It's only the way we can get back out of here. Yeah, said Jack, letting the long breath. He reached into his backpack and took out the small bottle and held the potion. 5 times our size, said Annie. You're almost 5 feet tall, So you almost be 25 feet tall, and I'll be a little shorter. Right, said Jack, but we can only use it once, said Panda. Oh, said Annie, and we only have an hour, and then we have to choose which way to go. Back to Woolong Town or back to Panda Center. If we go to town, we can keep looking for the special food to save Penny if the restaurants are still standing. Plus, we can leave the treehouse whenever we're ready, said Jack. Right, said Annie, but we need to leave. Oh, but we have to leave Bing Bing and to the rest of the pandas behind, and when we wouldn't know that it would happen to them, and we wouldn't be able to help. And Jack stared at the bottle. That's a terrible choice. And then he thought for something. Remember on our last mission, you said when we do the right thing, it feels like somehow he helps Penny if it seems to be take us away from our goal. And he smiled. Yep. And everything worked out on that mission, didn't it? Jack nodded. A Panda Center, they said together. You have slept first, said Annie. And Jack pulled out a tiny cork out of a bottle, and he tied it back and took a quick sleep. He licked his lips and then held the bottle to Annie. And then Jack, just as Annie took a bottle from Jack, the granite trembling another aftershock, and Jack started to shake. Yikes, said Annie, and the aftershock ended, and the granite stopped trembling. Jack kept shaking. Annie yelled something, but Jack couldn't understand what she was saying. His body was still shaking, and he's going to grow. Oh, the potion had worked, I think. Now it's chapter 7, Jack the Giant. We've got some picture I'm going to show you now. Wow, Jack have turned into a giant, really. Look. Oh, and maybe tomorrow we get a new book and a new stories. Or this book and a new stories, but I think I'm going to have the new book and a new stories tomorrow. And now, did you have fun? You love English country because there was some new book and new stories. And bye-bye, everyone. And have a nice day. Now, please thumbs up my YouTube. If you didn't thumbs up my YouTube before you look in my YouTube. Now, bye-bye, everyone. Have a nice day.